Hi, welcome to The Child's View. Today we're going to talk to Juliana Sepulveda from the Bakersfield Pregnancy Center, and just a few facts about the Bakersfield Pregnancy Center. It has been open and serving our community for 36 years. Just last year alone, they had 4,338 clients that they serviced, and they performed 1,365 pregnancy tests and 814 ultrasounds. And why are they doing that? We're going to learn from Juliana right now what's going on, why they're performing all of these tests. So Julie, tell us about the Bakersfield Pregnancy Center.
Yeah, well, like you said, we've been around for 36 years. Every year we're trying to add a new service such as STI testing. So in this last year, this is when we launched it back in June of 2019, and we've already served 131 clients.
Wow.
So we are seeing a lot of clients needing those STI tests. They come in for a pregnancy test. Their partner can also come in for an STI test. So our vision is to empower men and women to make life-affirming decisions regarding their pregnancy and sexual health. So for a long time, we were doing pregnancy tests, we were doing those ultrasounds, and then we thought, okay, what about the STI test? They need to know about their sexual health as well. Right. So that's why in 2019 we launched that, and we've had a lot of success. And part of helping these men and women to make these decisions that are really going to impact their lives and their children's future lives is educating them. We want to empower them, and so the only way we can empower is through education, letting them know what their risks are for a miscarriage, or if they want to talk about parenting, okay, how do we help them with that? So we give them parenting classes, and so our passion is to help these men and women make these decisions that they're going to be confident in.
Awesome. And so tell us, what some of the success stories or things that have happened at your center.
So one of the stories that comes to mind is the story of, we'll call her Stacy. Stacy comes in, she's about 15 or 16 years old, going to high school, and she's not in Bakersfield, she's actually in Arvin. So she made the trip from Arvin to Bakersfield, which is pretty far. She didn't go to the mobile unit where we service the ultrasounds and pregnancy tests as well. She actually came to the center. She came on her break, her lunch break. Her parents didn't know anything. Her parents are actually Hispanic, and so they're immigrants, so they work hard to make sure that she gets the education she needs. Well, now she's with this, she's facing an unplanned pregnancy. She doesn't know what to do, and so she comes to us and she's considering abortion. She thinks this is going to interfere with my life goals, which is graduate high school, go to college, and maybe a few other dreams that she has. She doesn't want to disappoint her parents. So what we do is we talk to them. We talk to each client, male and female, and say, okay, what are you thinking about doing? What are your expectations? And what do you want from us? So she came in for the pregnancy test. Well, we gave her the pregnancy test and we gave her the ultrasound. But we also gave her information about the procedures, the risks of an abortion. We talked to her about parenting classes. We talked to her about our baby boutique. Whenever a client signs up for the parenting classes, they get points which go towards the baby boutique. So as they accumulate points, they can use those points, redeem those points for any kind of item that their baby needs. Diapers, baby bottles, strollers, car seats, things like that. So we talked to her about that. And after that discussion, she has a choice whether to keep her pregnancy, whether to terminate her pregnancy, whether to go through with adoption. So she left. A few days later, the advocate, the volunteer that had spoken with her, called her and said, okay, what have you decided to do? How can we help you? And she decided to keep her baby. Well, in that ultrasound, she found out that she was having twins. Ooh. So that made it even more of a harder decision. Now, the thing that's so important to us is, again, educating them, letting them know about their options, but all of the options. Sometimes with an unplanned pregnancy, you think, okay, do I want this pregnancy or do I not? Right. Well, there's a little bit more to that question. There's an answer to that question. Yes, I do want it. No, I don't. But why? What are those reasons? And if we can provide you with answers and with solutions to those reasons, like, okay, financial burden. let's help you with the baby boutique. Let's help you with those bottles, those car seats, those strollers that you need. So she was able to get those car seats. She was able to attend parenting classes. She was able to attend a baby shower. So all of those things we were able to service her with. That emotional support that she needed, that volunteer provided that for her during her pregnancy and even after her pregnancy.
And you guys help dads too, right?
We help dads. We actually have a program once a month, the last Thursday of the month, where guys get together with male coaches. So just like there's a volunteer advocate for the woman, there's a volunteer advocate for the guys. And they get together and they have a program called Fatherhood Initiative, and they go over a video, but they also discuss like, hey, what are you feeling? How does it feel to be a new dad or a dad for the second, third time? And how are you feeling about this pregnancy? You know, sometimes those aren't questions that guys usually get asked, and to get those questions answered, and to be in a safe space, these guys, free of judgment, free of any critiques, criticism, then they could just be completely honest and say, hey, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't ready for this. We'll support them and we'll say, hey, let's get you some resources. Let's make you some referrals. Let's talk to you about this process that you're going to start going through. So
awesome. And people can attend classes together or separate?
Yes, partners can attend the classes together or separate. So father of the baby, he can come in on Monday for a class. Mother of the baby, she can come in on Tuesday, or they can come together. We have classes all throughout the week.
Oh,
so how do we find out about these resources? So how did this 15, 16-year-old end up coming from Arvin to Bakersfield?
Right, usually it's word of mouth, family, relative, friend, maybe the school. Or it's just typing in pregnancy test Bakersfield into Google. So Google really helps us. Facebook, we're always posting on Facebook and Instagram about the services that we provide. So it's possible she found out through Google. She was just looking for a place where she could get a pregnancy test. And since our services are free, it makes it even easier for those clients to come into our center and get that help that they really need.
So obviously, since she came in, the young girls don't need to have parental consent if they're underneath 18.
Correct. So all of the information, all of the services are confidential. So parents don't need to come in. In fact, if parents come in with the client, they step out, we can't tell them what room she's in. We can't tell them if we're even seeing her. Even though they stepped into the clinic with their daughter, we can't tell them, hey, yeah, Stacy's in here still. Because of HIPAA, we're compliant and we want to make sure that we comply and that we protect the confidentiality of our clients. So.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you even have, like, if they go in with someone, that person still has to wait on the outside. Yes,
because we do ask very personal questions. We ask every single client, no matter how happy they look about their pregnancy, we say, do you feel like this pregnancy was the result of rape? Or do you feel like the relationship you're in is abusive or harmful for you? Do you feel like you're in danger? We ask those questions because we do have to report if that is the case. That's the only time when we do have to break that confidential policy, because we want to protect our clients and we want to make sure that she is safe in her relationships.
So how do people, go ahead.
I was just going to say, but if a crime's been committed against her, then I can see why you need to report.
Yes.
You have to,
Yeah. So how do people contribute and help out this organization?
We have 4 fundraisers every year. People can either fundraise through that or they can just donate. Some people do monthly pledges where they donate a certain amount of money every month. And then through the fundraisers, like the baby bottle fundraiser, our banquet, or maybe Home Run for Life, which is kind of like a Walk for Life, but it's softball instead. You can do your own fundraiser where, on Facebook, there's the birthday fundraisers. You can just say, hey, I'm supporting the Bakersfield Pregnancy Center. So there's a lot of individuals, very generous community, Bakersfield, that just donate to the Bakersfield Pregnancy Center and want to help us because they do believe that the work that we do is important.
I do have one question. You mentioned a mobile unit. Where does that mobile unit go in Kern County?
Currently, we're going to Arvin and Oildale. We're going to outlying areas or the areas where it's hard for people to access transportation and get to our clinics. So we offer those 2 sites for the pregnancy test and ultrasounds. Okay.
And all of that is free, right? We didn't mention that
All
earlier.
of it's free. All of the
That's
services
great.
are free.
That is so great. Thank you. Thank you for the work you're doing in our community. We appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you
Thanks
for having
coming.
me.
All right. Thank you for watching The Child's View today. Please join us on our next episode.